Good afternoon, everyone. Austin here with you for a couple minutes here on a Wednesday. The sun has popped out. I'm enjoying it. It just feels so good during these colder months as it starts to cool off. I wanted to grab a moment and talk about relationships because relationships are stressed. Many of them are going through a difficult time. And you may not need me to tell you that because you may be somebody who is going through it right now. And I haven't heard much talk about relationships in terms of, I see a lot of things on social media. And one of the things we wanted to focus on is relationships during this time. Do you know what the number one reason is for relationships breaking down? Well, it depends on which article, which piece of research you look at. But if you look at the research and you say, why do relationships fail? What makes relationships break down? Why do the wheels come off? Why do men withdraw? Why do women, maybe act a certain way and that doesn't sit right with their man? Hey, Brocky, we need to connect, brother. We need to connect. But the number, if you depending on what you look at, it comes down to trust and or communication. Trust and or communication. I've been very active on here today because I have great news. If you're somebody who's in a situation, we added Relationship Day for Flashpoint. Flashpoint Friday. We're going to do a communication assessment that's going to shed an incredible amount of light. It's a very simple exercise. It's going to, when I first did this, it was from my mentor, James McNeil, through Verbal Aikido. It was like the lights came on. Did you ever have that? It's a flashpoint moment when it's like, oh my gosh, it makes sense. We're going to add this day, but here's the great news. We have 4 free tickets. My friend Brandon heard what we were doing. He said he wanted to gift two couples to come to this. He was so passionate about it and excited. So we literally have 4 tickets that we're giving away. We're looking for the couple that the person or the individual that this would sit with. It's December 6th. It's a Sunday. We have a live in-person event. That's what this is for, but we're also streaming it. Hey, and I'm glad to hear, hey, Tara, I know you have an incredible relationship. And we need people like you. We need to hear from people like you. It would be amazing if you showed up on Sunday, even if it's through the stream. We want to because it's important that we have positive models, right, Rocky? I know you work a lot with people in their relationships. And listen, I'm not going to tell you I know it all because I don't, but I've researched, I've been vulnerable, I've been down in the darkest, deepest depths that I feel like you can go as it comes to relationships. And I know how it impacted my business life and my other areas of my life. So we want to gift these tickets. We want to give them away. Somebody is gifting them for you. If you know somebody that is going through a tough time in their relationship, and you may be like, hello, it's me, and you want to hear some insights that can drastically impact your future when it comes to your relationship, I want to encourage you. I want to provoke you. I want to get you moving. I want you to say, I want to get into this space. I want the communication assessment. I want to learn more about myself. I want to learn more about my relationships. If I don't have a relationship, guess what? There's key things you can do to prepare yourself for the partner, and it comes right down to communication. Hello, Cheryl. When you are handsome, you can get away with not knowing it all. Yeah, you know, maybe there's some truth to that, but ultimately, it comes down to a heart check. We are going to have this event. We are going to have great people in this space. We have live in person. We have a stream. My friend Brandon, my colleague, just gifted 4 tickets. Ideally, we'd like 2 couples. It's December the 6th. But here's what I want to say to you, because people say, well, should I come if my partner or spouse doesn't want to come? Should I come? Yes, you should. And we are gifting you the tickets. It's a $200 value for all 4. They're just under $50 a ticket, which I'm told is like, I'm giving them away. Like for this event, I'm gonna break even in terms of paying for the venue, getting the thing set up during COVID, all this kind of stuff. But I'm passionate about this because I know, you know, if someone's gonna go against the crowd, it might as well be me. If someone's gonna, and I'm not, you listen, people have called me out and said, "Hey, this is COVID. You got to put a mask on," whatever. I get all that, but there's also a segment of people who want to move on with their lives. Maybe they've already had COVID, or they feel like they've had it, and they don't want to. They're missing that human connection. They're missing that connection, that love, that connection that they want so bad. And Zoom isn't cutting it anymore. I've been on 1,000 Zoom calls. My gosh, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. I need to get off these Zoom calls. If that's you, I want you to join us. If you know somebody that this is relevant for, I want you to let them know about this because we have 4 tickets we're going to gift. They're about just under $50 each, about $100 a couple. If there's a couple that wants to come, we got you covered. Your expenses are covered. If you're an individual, you're not sure, message me and we'll get, hey, Cheryl, how are you? We can get you here in the space. It's in Cherry Hill. It's going to be at RVN TV. I just made a deal. We're actually forming a relationship with the owner of the TV station there. I'm going to be interviewing him tomorrow on my platform. We're launching Flashpoint. Your turnaround story starts here. And you may look at your life and go, what area do I need a turnaround in? And I want you to really dial into that. What area do you need a turnaround in? And I'm actually going to be creating these steps to a turnaround story. What are the necessary ingredients to a turnaround? And not only that, not only like head knowledge, but how can I make it real for me? How can I take this information, take this knowledge, take these insights, and then turn it into something tangible where it's actually a physical outcome in my life? And if I could reach through and grab you and say, I want you to be here, like grab you and pull you, I would do it, but I can't. Unfortunately, you need to take a step. And that step could be the biggest, it could be the most difficult thing you ever do. It could be the most incredible thing you ever do, because this year is coming in for a close. And I want you, and I said earlier today, I want this to be like, it's like a birth. It's like when you're creating something new, when something old is ending or something new is coming to a close, there's a giving birth. There's a stretch, right? A baby is in the womb for 9 months, and then there's the actual physical giving birth. And you don't need to tell me as a guy, but women know, the pain of birthing. It's a pain, isn't it? And so you go through that pain, but then you're left with a baby. And your relationship might be going through that same process, because here's the thing, we never stay the same. And even if you've been in a relationship for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, here's what I know is that what got you to that point may need to burn away so something new can come in. And this is where many couples end it. They don't understand that there's a birthing process at some point in the relationship where what you thought you knew shifts. The person I thought I was with seems to be a different person. Who did I get involved with? They're not the same person that I thought they were when I first met them. That's actually a part of the process. Wow. So we want to talk about these things. We want to get you there. And if you know somebody that this will be relevant for, maybe they feel like it's over, there's no hope. Maybe they're not sure what to do. Maybe they're blaming their partner for something that they did. You can sit there or you can take a step. We're giving away 4 tickets for free. 4 tickets. I feel so just passionate about this because it doesn't take much, and you can go and look and see what people share on social media. And a lot of times it has nothing to do with their own personal growth. It has to do with some external distraction. When I do these videos, I realize sometimes I can come from a very deep place because it's just in my nature. I'm not good at surface stuff a lot of times. Sometimes I just kind of pull from the depths of my being because I feel like that's the way that I can reach you is just kind of dig down deep and just literally put myself out here. And sometimes I may sound like a goofball and be doing these videos, and here he is again, like a big another talking head. But I know that this is a medium that I have and I can use it. And if I can reach you, and I've had people reach me, I've had people that have said they were contemplating suicide at some point, and they saw a video, and it just was enough to shift them and get them to do something different. I've had people reach out to me about their relationships. So I know, although albeit a few, there are people that are getting impacted by this, what I'm doing. And I'm going to continue. I'm not going to stop. It might change, it might shift, it might go in a different direction, but I'm here. I'm here for you. Emilio's, let's see, Emilio, yeah, Daniela's here. So excited to the event. Relationship Day is intense. It's real. It gets to the root of your relationship changes. And I understand it may not be comfortable for a lot of people, but I also know that it's in our discomfort that we grow. And I know how hard that step could be, right? To take a step to come to something like this, especially in person now. But I also know sometimes when you make a bold step like that, it's just amazing what's on the other side of it. And I have chills right now. You know, what's on the other side of that could be everything that you need to move you forward during this time. Tara, thank you. Tara, how long have you been married with your partner? I would love to know. Everyone evolves, and if you notice the evolution you're going through and your partner's going through, you can pivot the relationship. And sometimes when you're in a relationship, your partner may seem to be going through like a silent thing, and you almost might feel like an outsider, and you want to help. You want it to grow, but it's almost like there's something going on that you can't quite get through to. And sometimes that can be the most difficult place, is to kind of sit back and hold space for that person when you know, especially if you're emotionally involved, it can be very difficult. Tara's been married for 11 years. I know there's a lot of success stories out there. I had somebody ask me recently, who do you know that has true love? Somebody asked me that question. Who do you know that has true love? And I know people that have true love that I've met along my journey, and I've seen older couples who have been together for a long time, and I witnessed this older man, probably in his 80s, and he was asked about his relationships, and he got so emotional. You could see his, when your chin starts to move, it's like, because you're so emotional, his chin started to move, and you could see a countenance in his face that you can only see in somebody that has lived it and has incredible meaning. And you could just see the expression of him, that he would never change it. See, that's what true love is. It's not what you think it is. True love is not what you've been fed. True love is something completely different. And I'll be full transparency, I don't have my arms wrapped around it yet. I really don't, because it's so humbling, it's so vulnerable, and it's very difficult to get to those places. And how do you get there when you've been hurt? How can you possibly love again? How can you possibly get to a love and an experience that's true and it's real, and you know it's real? How can you get there? Well, one thing you can do is join us at Flashpoint Relationship Day, December 6th. We're not going to have it all figured out, but I guarantee you'll get something, and you'll walk away different than when you showed up. I can guarantee you that. My parents have been married for 52 years. You can still see the love they have for one another. It's so beautiful. That's Daniela. And Daniela, I know that's true because you told the story about your dad when who's kidding, he got upset or frustrated. He said he's going to go live in the truck. And your mom was like, "Oh, no problem. I'll come with you. I'll live in the truck with you." And he's like, "The point was, you don't come with me because you're driving me crazy." But that's that's the reality of it. There's no magic potion, right? You're not going to come to Flashpoint Relationship Day and we're going to rub some magic potion behind your earlobes. You go, "Oh my gosh, now I know exactly what to do. This is true love." No, it doesn't. My gosh, if it was only that way, right? It's not that way. But you're going to get stronger. You're going to get more insights. You're going to get perspective. You're going to grow, because I can tell you, no matter how many times I got caught up in a story about something that happened, what shortly happened after that is the mirror came swinging around in my direction, and I went, ah, it's me. It's not my brother or my sister, oh Lord, it's me standing in the need of prayer. Think about that. We think it's outside. It's not. It's us. It's us. We need it. I trust this is going to move somebody. The tickets are like $49. I forget, 47, but you're going to get them for free. They're for 4 people and or 2 couples. Brandon Schaefer came up. He got passionate about it. He realized, like, wow, this is incredible. I'm going to gift these tickets to people who are in a relationship who really want this, who really want to make a change. And if you're an individual and you realize that your spouse or your partner won't come to something like this, just direct message me. That's the call. That's what I want you to do. I realize you don't have to comment here because it may be uncomfortable for you, but message me directly. We will have a conversation. And if this is a fit for you to come to this, we will make it happen, because I know how incredibly powerless it can make you feel in a relationship if it's not right. Hopeless, powerless, lack of motivation, lack of self care. All these things can happen. And if that's you, I want you to show up. I want you to take a step. There's going to be people there that are going to hold space for you. You're safe here. You're getting out of your comfort zone, but it'll be a safe space. So I trust that we will find these 4 people who see the value in this and working on our relationships during this time. And I will tell you that I've already had a few success stories of people called me about relationships, and some things are shifting. They're still shifting. Again, there's no magic potion, but there's a shift. And through that shift, we can help everyone grow. And that's the most beautiful thing that I think can happen, is if everyone grows, everyone gets something. All right, everyone, I'll put the link in here merely so you can just see the details on the entire event. But Relationship Day, that's on Sunday, and that's what I'm really talking about today. So the things that break down a relationship are trust and communication. We're going to be talking about both of those things on Relationship Day, December the 6th. You can come live in person. We got 4 tickets we're giving away, thanks to Brandon Schaefer. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day, and direct message me or share this with somebody that you think would benefit from what we're doing. God bless.